Hello, and welcome back to Surviving Mars. So, we have already built
Downplay
ourselves
organized.
a small little uh, bubble, dome, sure, dome, and we need people to populate this dome. How do we get people? We get people from Earth. So, if we go to resupply, we can see that we can call ourselves a cargo rocket or a passenger rocket or a supply pod. Supply pods are these really tiny pods which can carry emergency cargo from Earth if you're lagging in something, and then it can just drop it down there. There's a cost for every single pod that you send because you can't send the pod back. But yeah, they have lesser capacity and you can't send people through them. You do have a cargo rocket which has more capacity and it can take a lot more people. It can take a lot of cargo and come down, but it's going to take a longer time than the supply pod. And then you have the passenger rocket, which is what we need right now. Now we have a total of 4 rockets. One's already on Mars, so there's just 3 left here. All right, so let's go in for a passenger rocket and let's quickly jump in and see who our passengers are. So these are the passengers which we have. Now you can go in and micromanage and you can be like, oh, I have enough men, I need only women now, or whatever it is that you want. They have traits. So alcoholic is basically a bad trait. Their sanity breaks down, so if there's too much pressure he starts hitting the booze. And then enthusiast is good, and so you have a lot of these. There's a lot of scope for people who like to micromanage. We don't need to micromanage because we are not doing the hard mission. Sorry, I just jumped into this real quick. We're not doing the hard mission, so we don't need to micromanage, but if you want to, you can. So let's quickly jump into filter, because we do want to filter people based on what their specialization is. Now initially I would require to have botanists, because I forgot to drop a farm, but I am going to go back and drop a farm. So we need botanists to man the farm. We need engineers for sure. They are the most important. Engineers and geologists are the most important people that you can have, especially engineers. And the rest of it can be no specialization. There's a medic. We need medics as well. And the rest of it can be filled by no specialization. That's all right. Those people can work in the in the break room and the diners and whatnot. So these are the people we need. We don't want scientists right now. Scientists will sit in a research lab and they'll do research for you. We don't require them. We don't want officers. Officers are basically security people, because you have miscreants who will make their way into your colony and try to basically rob people or whatnot. But we need a security center for that, which we're not going to get anytime soon. And geologists are for mining. Right now we're not there, so we're not going to get them. Medic, of course, is going to sit in the infirmary and take care of our sick and ailing Martian people or founders, however that is. So you have a lot of people here, and this is good. We are taking 12 people. We actually have room for 14 in our little house here. So we have room for 14, so that's good. So they can come up to us. Now you can see that it says 6%, 7%. So this is the percentage of the journey that's complete. So we already asked them to launch the rocket, and the rocket is coming down here, and it's 15% on its way. That's what this basically means, which is good, which is fine and dandy. I mean, I don't think there is any problem with that. It's daytime, that's why we have so much more. Right, so our RC rover is complete. Is there any other anomaly here? Nothing. Good, then wait. Right, so food. We need food, for which we need farms. Because we are in the easiest setting, we get food on the rockets, which actually lasts you a long time. And the first time I played one of these tough missions, I was actually wondering what all the fuss was about, but then I quickly realized that I wasn't going to be getting any food, because I don't have a rocket lined up to get me some food. Right, so let's put down a farm over here. Now, once that's complete, you'll see that we can set what kind of crops it needs to have, what kind of crops it needs to grow, which could be useful again if you're min-maxing. A lot of these options you will find necessary when you are playing on very hard difficulty, because you'll have to min-max it. You'll have to make sure that you have enough when it's coming around. But right now we don't need it because we're playing at super easy. This is like the easiest way for us to play this. Easiest mode. So we're fine. Right, so now it's night time. You can see that all of our little solar panels, they're getting covered by dirt, but they're all closed down. And so we are actually sucking out more electricity than we are producing, because of which our batteries are working on overtime. So we are actually sucking up 12 energy more. One thing we can do is we can shut off this concrete plant at night. That actually saves energy. Why do we need to cut it off at night? That's basically because we don't need that much concrete. We have 16. Actually 16 is not enough, but we can just open up another concrete mine here. That's not a problem. Right, so now trust 1, which is carrying our colonists, has arrived. Let's drop it down here and let's populate our colony with some colonists. Right, that's beautiful again. We've achieved another milestone, which is to get people up here. I think we can basically breeze through this because the AI, the competition is on difficult. So these are our colonists. So if you actually make it slow, you can, when they're walking out, you can see them, bouncing up and down because of basically because of their not being enough gravity. So there's food here. There's 120 food here. So let's quickly get our transporter dude. We'll tell him to come here, load up on the food and drop the food here. I'm guessing there's a food tray. Yeah, let's drop the food there. So let's jump to speed 3 again, so he can do his thing real fast. Right, so now it's time for us to think about where we are going to expand. I think we want to expand in this direction because there's a water resource there that we can get to. There's one here too, but we will need to get the concrete real soon. Although this sector might not be bad. See, one of our sectors, this sector's had like
full
nothing.
Hope and determination. The first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
Thank you. Yes, we have set foot. Now what happens when your colonists come here is you get a ticking timer for 10 sols or 10 Mars days. We're going to call it souls. So for 10 souls, alright, that's good. So we produced 250 food, which we actually didn't produce. Like a lot of the food's coming from here, I guess. But anyway, so we have colonists. These colonists are basically called founders. So it's kind of like what happened with the colonization of America, you could say, where a lot of these founders, Puritans, I guess they were called. Yeah, the Puritans running away from religious persecution went to the New World, and they had to prove that they could survive in a certain location before the Queen could give her permission for people to establish a colony there. This is basically that. So we've promised the International Mars mission. We've claimed to them that, we have everything set up. So don't worry, just send the people over. But then they're not convinced. They're not going to send more people if these people don't survive. So the point of these 10 days is to see that these people survive. It's easy for us in this mode right now because you have 120 food, which is a lot of food. It is a hell of a lot of food, and you can survive with that. But in the hard mode missions, especially when you play as Japan, you don't get this food. So you need to plant yourself some food. You need to plant yourself some crop so that you can survive. Right. Now, because we have just, we have very few people. I'm guessing one farm is enough. I'm still not sure, but I want to make sure that their sanity is taken care of, which is why I'm quickly going to jump here into the decorations and get ourselves a small garden. Right, all of these are filled here. Maybe we can get one here. So I can actually fit 2 farms there and get a garden there. So good, let's get a garden here. That's going to help with their sanity. What was funny was that I planted a single block of garden and I suddenly found a deer walking around, which was really cute, but unrealistic. But that doesn't matter. This whole game is unrealistic, you know, in a certain way. Right, so now where are we? We've got 47 metal, we've got 33 concrete, we've got 116 food. All of that is looking good, but we do need to quickly find some more resources. One of the most important resources we need is water. Now, why do we need water? Because water gives you hydrogen, gives you oxygen, and that is going to be used for a lot of things. We are going to use it for propelling our jets. We are going to use it for basically a lot of stuff. I would like for this rocket to leave, which means I would like to have a drone hub over here. So when the rocket leaves, we still have something that can extend its area of control. So let's get ourselves a drone hub to cover all of this, our entire dome basically, and the other infrastructure we have, and this should be fine. So let's get a drone hub here. Now these are prefabs. Prefabs are prefabricated from Earth and they come up here, so they build them real easy and it doesn't impact any of your resources at all. But again, you have to spend money to bring them up, so that is that, I guess. Let's quickly tell our transporter to come here, collect some more metal from here, and drop the metal off over here. Let's also, do we have any anomalies? We don't have any. Just checking out this block, that's good. So let's get our RC rover to go up here. Which is closer, this or this? I'm guessing this is closer, but there are more resources in this direction, so it should be better for us to expand in this direction. So let's quickly get our RC rover over here so that we can see if we can build ourselves a water extractor to make us some fuel. A little more. That's good. Right, so where
Sector
are
scanned.
Good on you. You found concrete. You found tons of concrete. That's happiness. So let's go here to the leafy thingy, which is life support, which actually, you know what? We can have water vaporators giving us enough oxygen for a fuel refinery. Do we have a fuel refinery in stock? If we don't, we might have to bring it in from Earth. Oh, we don't have it. Good. Now is a nice time for us to see how the pod works. Oh, alright. I see. This is interesting. Because we're playing in the easiest level, our rockets have the capability to manufacture fuel by themselves, I guess. Are you refueling too? Yes. So they have the capability to refuel by themselves. Maybe they have vaporators or whatnot, some high technology over there. But because of that, this rocket is already all fueled up and is ready to take off. So let's have it return to Earth. This is basically funny, which means that we don't have a lot of challenges on this run. That's interesting. So they're using sonic blasts to clean up the droids and the dirt and filth on them. Yes, cute. You still look filthy. is so cute that it's holding on to it. It's kind of like a little Wally. Right. So, in that case, what do we build next? I still feel we need to build ourselves some water. So let's still go back to the pod, supply pod, and let's have it bring us some prefabs. So let's get one more drone hub, and let's get ourselves a fuel refinery, because I'm pretty sure polymer needs fuel as well. So let's get both of this. Do we have any more extra weight? We don't. So let's just launch it. So the idea is that I'm going to place a drone hub here. Unfortunately, you can only place the drone hubs at the periphery of another drone hub. So they have to be connected so they can talk to each other. That being the case, let's place another drone hub here at this edge so we can reach this water. We place one here too, but I don't know if I want to do that. Actually, that was the idea, wasn't it? But we found more concrete over here, so it actually makes sense for us to drop one here, because concrete is the thing now. So, right, how are our people doing? You can click on the dome and you can basically inspect all of your people and get them out by what is their lowest in satisfaction, for example, or headaches, heartbreak, the length of their forehead. I'm not sure. Like there's a bunch of stuff. Let's click on, let's say, Ping Chow and see what these are. So health. So this is Ping Chow. She is in Boyd or 1, which I'm guessing is the name of, that's a horrible name. Horrible name for a dome. But she's in Boyd or 1, and we can assign her to a building, tell her to work on a particular building, but that's not necessary because we have enough people working everywhere. So we've got her health, we've got her sanity, we've got her comfort, and her morale. Alright, she's a founder and she's a vegan, and she's told us about it. Of course she has. She's an engineer who's working in an infirmary. Good. Now this is one of these things that you could do. So if we jump in here, we can see how many medics do we have. Can I not see the medics here this way? I guess I will have to get by specialization. So let's go to specializations, filter by medics. We've got Curtis Becker. So Curtis Becker is a medic. What are you doing, Curtis? Your specialization is medic and you are working in the infirmary. Good on you. So one thing we can do is we can actually jump in. Oh, that's all botanists again. That's good. We can jump into any of these buildings and we can say I need only a certain type of person working here. So you jump here and you say this. So it'll only get the people who have a specialization to work on the farms to come and work on the farms. Others can't. So that's convenient. Right, our pod is here. So let's drop the pod over here and quickly get ourselves a little bit more room to expand. We can salvage this. The pod dropped nothing, basically because they are prefab buildings. Let's right click and go into the drone hub. So our plan was to drop it here, which we are going to religiously follow. And then we are going to go here and build ourselves a water refinery or a water plant or whatever you call it. What was the other building we brought? Was it a fuel refinery? Yeah, it was a fuel refinery. That was for the polymers, if I'm not mistaken. We still have 2 moisturizers. We can use that in a bit. So we can get ourselves this. And I think I want to get myself some more energy from here. So maybe a couple of solar panels. Does this produce does a water extractor produce dust is the question, because if it produces dust, it's going to, yes, see, all extractors raise dust, resulting in more frequent maintenance for buildings in the gray area. So what is your gray area? I guess it's the closest area? No, that's where you get the resources from. Oh, I needn't have dropped you right on top of it. Ha! Alright. So it's basically, I can put my array here and it would be fine. So let's go to power and let's build ourselves a power array over here. Pretty much the same thing that we did down there, only it's going to be up here. Now there is no research that I've done to know if this is the optimal distribution of windmills and batteries and whatnot, but I am just doing what I do, which is assume. Although having said that, there are a lot of these
Building a new home on an alien world, that takes guts, to say the least.
Founder Ritwik Bhatt has the enthusiast trait. That's good. Right, where are you, my RC commander? I require your services over here. You have just 2 drones, that's fine. Come up here. Are you coming, bro? Yeah, there you go. We need more drones. We need more drones for sure. Let's quickly get ourselves a supply pod with only drones. 8 drones? That's fine. That should be good. What else do we need? We are running low on machines, I guess. So let's get 5 machines. You need machines for servicing. So yeah, let's get that. And let's drop ourselves some power cables. Right. Now that there's water, we need to have ourselves a water tank just in case. So let's get a water tank over here. And a little further up, let's get ourselves fuel is generated from oxygen, right? Fuel just needs water. That's good. So let's get ourselves a fuel plant over here and a depot that stores fuel. Right. Now water needs to go somewhere, so we need to make sure that this water is basically connected to this. Right. The pod's ready. Drop down here and very quickly release the drones. There you have it. We will salvage that. And let's go ahead and put a quick cut in this video right now. When we come back, we will see how we can set up a polymer factory over here. Right. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Please comment if you have anything to add. Take care now. Bye bye then.